Good morning, Lincoln, Nebraska. Happy Friday. Welcome into the morning hookup. Bill Hooks, YZ. Elijah Herbert will join us here in a minute. Today's going to be a show of like planning and try to figure things out. There's a lot to get to in the planning phase. I know there's a couple of these are a ways out, one not a ways out, but one way further out that we got to talk about. It's going to affect a lot what's going on in our lives. Okay? When Elijah will talk about that. A little Husker fall camp. We'll look back at NFL preseason yesterday. 6 games? 6 games. Didn't watch a snap, but I guess you can read articles and watch stats and draw conclusions if you like. We'll look into them. Go around college football if we get a chance to today. FedEx Cup. Off and running. Boy, movers and shakers yesterday on the golf course. Stacked leaderboard. Some guys playing the way in, some guys playing the way out. We mentioned a name yesterday. He has made hay yesterday. See if he can continue it. And there's guys moving and shaking this morning on the golf course. We'll look at that. Look at the Field of Dreams game. Get your thoughts on the Field of Dreams game. Anticlimactic type game. Mm-hmm. Major League Baseball did a really nice job of introducing that game.
Yeah.
Hall of Famers coming out of the corn. All the good stuff. So we'll get to that as we hopefully get you going, take you off into the weekend and get you right. I'm just trying to figure out where to start this thing at because there's a lot of conversations. Again, there's a scrimmage also this weekend for Nebraska football, so we'll have a lot of reactions for that next week. We talked about it yesterday. What do we want to hear? What do we not want to hear? A lot of quarterback talk yesterday, which it won't be the first, and it won't be the last time we talk quarterback the rest of this season.
A scrimmage from the volleyball team as well.
On
Sunday.
How about them? Preseason number 1, which never a doubt, right?
Mm-hmm.
We might get to that today too, or maybe Monday on volleyball because there was there's a position group. I talked about this position group, and DBK kind of confirmed it yesterday. They're middle blockers. What she said yesterday about middle blockers at Nebraska, pretty much saying even if we took out an All-American and Andy Jackson, we still got the best middle blockers in the country. Oh, that's a big time statement to be made. So we're all over the place today. But like I said, today is going to be the first hour probably or so. We're going to try to figure out planning and figure things out. Because there's a couple of dates that were announced yesterday. Husker Hoops. I'm calling it, is it Husker Happy Hour we're calling this? John Rolstein is finally fessing up. No, not fessing up. Paying up. Slapping the credit card down for a Husker Happy Hour.
Do you think he had to call his credit card company and ask for an increase on his limit or something?
I was texting yesterday when I heard this. So, by the way, Husker Happy Hour, John Rolstein, remember he made the commitment. Finally done. Wednesday, September 16th, down at Gate 25. No free plugs. Great, right? But it is what it is. It's at Gate 25.
Ahead of Nebraska Creighton volleyball.
Oh, my gosh. So, let's dive into this a little bit. So, the credit card is going down. John Rolstein, I was texting with one of the owners yesterday. He's like, man, it was so happy just to be picked for a change. So it'd be a Gate 25.
And
Creighton, Nebraska volleyball. Yes, I don't know if he knew that. When I was texting with one of the guys yesterday, he said, once he said, this is the dates, what we're doing, and he explained what Husker Nation will be like that day, he heard fear in the voice. He said, that was the part of the text, fear in the voice. And I texted back, maybe he needs to up the credit card limit. Call the credit card limit. And Snitch, you are right. I wrote that down. Yes, this is not an inclusive event just because Creighton's in town. You Jaskers, there needs to be a deal. If you're in blue, you don't get served or you pay. You put your own card down. This is separation right now. This is this is basketball. That is a split household, split state, whatever you want to call it during basketball season. This is for red fans only.
No disagreement.
Right?
No disagreement.
Done. You Jaskers, you didn't even get in. We were in.
Now, from a Rothstein point of view, what I heard going into this, I haven't been able to confirm this in the last 24 hours, but what I heard going into this was that there would be some sort of corporate sponsorship with Rothstein to try to take some of the pressure off of his own pocketbook.
He's calling around right now.
Well, he had been looking for one. I'm not sure if he officially found one. I've been able to confirm this, but I know his plan going into this was to have some sort of partner on a corporate front, whether it was sports betting, something along those lines, something in the sports scene was going to help him cover this cost to this.
They might. I bet Nebraska's going to drink some beer.
Now, I don't know if that actually came to fruition or if this is just the personal pocketbook of John Rothstein going down at the bar. I mean, if it's his own personal, you can put the credit card limit up, or you get a second mortgage on the house.
We can just blow the doors out of this thing. Like, because I was thinking about it, not talking about it with anybody, but man, how do you really get this done? Obviously, that is going to be an electric day, by the way. It's a Wednesday, 6 p.m., Nebraska-Creighton at PBA. This thing is like half day for some people working. I'm going to get, like, it's how, when do you get down there? How do you get down there and take advantage of this, right? At 2 o'clock? 3 o'clock? Do you go down? And again, I'm sure there's stuff put into play maybe to keep it. Now, one thing he has going for him, it is Nebraska. So the beer prices aren't what they'd be at other places, right? Busch Lights, all the things are going to be poured. Now, excuse me, will they allow G25 open up the outside windows and really get it flowing? Yeah. Right? Really get it flowing.
Well, one bar, if it's all inside, will not be able to hold the amount of Husker fans that are going to want to go drink on John Rothstein's
This is my
tab.
personal opinion, by the way. This is not, I don't get paid to say this or anything. That is one of my favorite spots that I go to. That is my pregame basketball spot. I've been taking my kid there and my family there, and I don't know the number of nachos. My kid is 8 at gate 25. Okay. To the fact that I think going as far back to No Sit Sunday. It's earlier than that. My middle kid, my 15-year-old kid can walk in that place now and is known as the Nacho Kid. I'm not lying.
The Nacho Man's here.
I'm not lying. And dude, man, we get there early enough for games where he's disappointed if he doesn't get his same spot that he sits in all the time. Okay.
Hookspin was here.
Not gonna lie to you, I'm the same.
Get the chips on the plate. Get the crown
out. Done. Again, I put it on my kid. It's also on me. Okay. I want to know more.
A lot of questions.
Celebration. Again, I think it's an awesome event because it's going to be a dual celebration, right? As we embark on the number one team in the country, volleyball. I'm assured, not knowing the numbers, it'll be a sold out event at PBA with Creighton coming to town as we continue our dominance against them in volleyball. But then a culmination of celebration of that last year's Sweet 16 Nebraska basketball team. I've already had buddies text me that were in OKC going, can't wait to see you at the reunion. And I text back, same, but I cannot get like I did in OKC that quick on one night. I got
marathon.
It's awesome. I'm glad he's coming to town. It will be talked about. That's the other thing. I think this is going to be talked about probably nationally. I would have, again, with a guy like Rothstein coming to town.
Oh, he's going to promote it.
He's going to promote it.
We know.
It already
we like John Rothstein, but John Rothstein likes the John Rothstein brand.
And he's been, but he's been Nebraska for a few years.
You know he is going to take a picture of the crowd that shows up to gate 25 with the caption, anarchy, nope, just college basketball.
And he already put that out on his Twitter account already. And by the way, you know it's going to be promoted because if you've seen the little flyer that came out that they posted on, so it CBS Sports is at the top. John Rothstein's Nebraska Happy Hour. I mean, it's right there. You guys, I mean, everybody can go see this, right?
Fun fact, I am blocked by John on Twitter.
Whoa, let's dive in. Let's dive in.
Don't know why.
Yeah, can we dive into this?
I probably made some
because he made fun of Love Island and you went at him.
Probably. I probably made some comment on Twitter that he didn't appreciate. I don't remember. It was probably a while ago, but maybe I could come down to this Husker happy hour and say, hey, John,
make
you know,
amends.
John, just bring your phone with you.
I don't want any hard feelings.
Bust open your Twitter account.
Yeah.
Bust open your Twitter. Look, man.
We got to dive into that. We got to figure out what date you were blocked and what you said,
Yes.
and we got to we'll get John on the show and we'll have you guys hash it out.
I wonder, it'd be kind of cool. I don't know if they'll be able to get it to happen because people's lives have moved and things. If you're like, hey, Sam, Rank, guys, you should come back. Be a part of this event. I don't know. Be kind of fun. So 9/16, Nebraska volleyball, Creighton, 6 p.m., Pale and Bank Arena, 5 o'clock happy hour with John Rolstein.
How many people do you think show up?
Millions and millions around the world. A lot.
Think
about it. Well, tens of thousands.
There'll be thousands, if not tens. It depends.
It
depends how many people are just there for the volleyball and they go, oh, there's an open bar. Thanks to John Rothstein. Awesome. And how many folks are going to make their way down for the pregame celebration?
The problem is I think it's going to be completely packed.
Yeah.
Timing is everything here.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, you're trying to figure out, okay, this is a 5 to 6 event. Volleyball starts at 6. What time do you have to plan on getting there, and who has the ability to get there at that time? I mean, I'm saying, like, is it you got to be there by 2 or 3 to be inside the bar? That's where John's probably going to be, behind the bar, promoting himself back there. What time do you have to get there? I'm like, is 3 too early or is 3 too late? This will look, I think, ultimately, whether you get to take part in the 5 to 6 happy hour actual free drink or drinks, I anticipate by 3 o'clock, let's say 4 o'clock at the latest, it'll look like football Saturday in the rail yard.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be wall-to-wall people outside, inside, on the railings. This will be Nebraska fans are going to show out. So I don't know what it looks. Yes, packed. I don't know how early to get there. Like, am I a half day? Like Wednesday, I golf on Wednesdays. I'm not golfing that Wednesday. I'm taking it off. Boys, I might do the show 9 to 11 from outside the rail yard and just stay. Is that okay? My kid might not go to school.
That'd be a hilarious reason to call him. Me and my son are going to John Rothstein's open bar. He's not coming in today.
You know the number of people that have said, I have been invested in this program, this team for how long? I want to partake. So it's going to be overall packed. It'll be packed. It'll be an event, right? But it's not. It says 5 to 6. This event is going to go on from 2 to 10 because you anticipate hopefully nice weather in the middle part of September. Football is going to be 2-0. People are going to be feeling really good, right? Number 1 team in the country is probably already, I don't know what they're at. They might be undefeated already as well in volleyball. They got a lot of tough ones coming up before that Creighton match. And people just want to be a part of it. Like Nebraska fans, the biggest thing about what I've learned about Nebraska being here since 2001, you want to be a part of something and a part of something special. And I don't think it'll turn into this, but in the college basketball world, an event like this, shall I say it becomes, and the season hasn't even started yet for basketball, but preseason, you become the epicenter of a conversation of college basketball on that Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You're promoting college basketball, but Nebraska basketball on a Wednesday in the middle of September.
Do you think Fred Hoiberg makes his way to
Yes, he has to. He has to. Boy, so it'll be a fun minute. Speaking of Nebraska basketball, we'll get a chance to talk to Robin Watson about this next week. Not last week. We could talk about it to him last week. No, we'll talk about it coming up. Big time movement and a big time recruit for Nebraska basketball. Dawson Beatty. He already had an official visit coming up. There's a lot of momentum saying now, I think there's predictions out there that we land this kid. 6'8", 215. Number 15 nationally. Top 15 kid in Rivals right now. Was set to come here that 9th through the 11th of October. He'll be here the 18th to the 20th now. He'll be here for the home game for North Dakota. Big movement. That's 3 weeks ahead of schedule. What does that mean for Nebraska? Sounds like we're fighting with him. He's already visited Stanford. Sounds like SMU, Virginia, Kentucky, Texas also are involved right now. But reports are right now there's a lot of movement in a top 15 nationally recruited kid for Nebraska basketball.
Big deal.
Big deal. Like, I can't talk enough. Like, he would become, that'd be higher than Bryce McGowan's, right? Not mistaken. Would he be the highest rated recruit ever if committed and come to Nebraska? Don't know the answer. I don't know how high Bryce was. Can't remember.
Now, allow me to...
Sorry, I'm blowing it up.
Allow me to quickly paint a mental picture for you here.
Because as you're doing that, because as you're talking about that, you're like, oh, it's a big deal, blah, blah, he's a freshman. Blah. I don't know, because here's what I'm telling you. The top 15, top 20 kids, I don't even know what the number is. Money is involved. That tells me either your facilities are that good and you're still paying, whatever, but you're paying top dollar. That tells you that money flowed somewhere, and we got to the number to get a kid in the top 15.
Yeah. Allow me to paint a quick mental picture here for you and see if this does anything for you. If you do, in fact, get Dawson, 6'8", 210 pounds, highly explosive athlete, like the type of guy that becomes, assuming that Fred Hoiberg has nailed his evaluation and he fits hand in glove into a Fred Hoiberg system from what he wants from the Power Four, which typically is kind of that high flying, get after it on the glass. Hey, can also shoot the three, but he's going to be a battler for you. I mean, think back to like the Josiah Alec types that you've had, the Berke's, the type of guys that they're gritty, they play defense, they get on the glass. Think about having Dawson and then, hey, maybe coming off the bench or maybe playing the three, Ahmad Hudson. That's still there for you. And they're in the same class.
Is this dual though?
I don't know. Does this take the spot of Ahmad Hudson, or is this a guy that you could pair up in your front court? Could you have one guy starting, the other guy coming off the bench, giving you similar things? Let's not forget here, these are two guys that are in the same class. I know Ahmad Hudson is football first, but he loves what Fred Hoiberg is building at Nebraska basketball. Ahmad Hudson does. And it's factoring into his recruitment here. Now, you can't count your chickens with Ahmad Hudson because he is committed to another school.
Which he has said, I'm still there.
This is just paint the mental picture for you. That would be the number 5 and the number 3 power forwards in the country. If anyone could figure out how to make both of those guys play well next to each other or coming off the bench or whatever it may be, it'd be Fred Hoiberg. Boy, there's just a quick mental picture for you.
That means, boy, if you land both of them, I think there's a better chance that it's Beatty is coming than Hudson. To me, it signifies, if that were to happen, talking about getting to the altar and getting not getting left there, money is flowing at Nebraska. This tells me that there's something brewing in the NIL situation at Nebraska for basketball. People are committed. People are excited. They're buying into a brand. And I don't know the number, but I would assume the top 15, 20 kids are $1 million+ dollars. Right? Fair to say. I don't even know the number. I'm sure there's data out there. I had heard the number. I had heard the number where the top 15 kid was money is. It was north of $1 million. Stanford offered north of $1 million for Beatty, which means Nebraska came in, which will be outside the box, by the way. Interesting enough. Outside the box, I believe, for a Fred Hoiberg team. Especially with a freshman. Freshmen are a risk. Now, maybe not in the top 10 or 15, but it's a risk. More to come. Again, moved his date up 3 weeks, roughly, to be around.
I think freshmen become less of a risk whenever you can take them and toss them into an established system that you have types of guys that you're looking for.
Less of expectations, maybe. A little bit time to get acclimated. Yeah.
And sit here and I look at Beatty, kind of watch the highlights, height, frame. You know, he's a guy that reminds me of out of Michigan last year, Yaxel Lindenborg. A little bit of that, where he's got the ball handling. He's still that great athlete, plays defensively very, very well, gets after it on the glass, kind of just that all-around guy that you put at the 3 or the 4. You can either have a really tall 3 or kind of an athletic matchup nightmare 4. That's the name that kind of comes to mind for me.
Yep.
So if you want to comp for him and why I think it could work with him playing next to Ahmad Hudson, that's what I see.
A lot of positive news for Nebraska basketball. We're getting drinks September 16th from 5 to 6 down at Gate 25. We've got an update on Mr. Beatty, who has moved his official date up 3 weeks. He'll be in town for the North Dakota State game. Thank you guys for hanging up. Boy, good morning, Jeff. Look, Snitz. He's like, J-Law might be around. Boy, that'd be fun. He might be around more ways than not. We don't know yet with that. And he also said, I think Hudson is really intrigued by Nebraska. I think Dad prefer to stay with us. Yeah,
It's about exactly what I'm hearing.
it's a legacy, right?
That-
It's a legacy.
And hey,
And let's be honest, they got a lot more money.
they got money, and then they also have, I know it's a new head coach coming down, but look what Lane Kiffin has done in terms of getting talent into the NFL in the last couple of years. You have a guy that's established and has proven himself to be able to take top talent, develop top talent, and put him into the first round.
They got a dirty basketball coach too. Dirty.
Listen, if Ahmad Hudson is really serious about basketball, I think Nebraska is the school for him. But
I do believe so.
But
you never know what Will Wade will be there or not.
He is a football first guy, from what I understand.
Beautiful. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for hanging out this morning. Shane, Jeff, Flood XM. Appreciate you guys. Let's take our first break. Come back and jump into the NFL.
You didn't watch the snap last night? It was
Look, man, golf league. I did not watch. I apologize. I did not. I read some stats. I read some stuff, but I had golf league last night.
You had Joe Burrow's offensive line letting him get killed in a preseason game.
Can we say what's new? Tell me something different.
Speaking of college basketball hooks, did you see where Trimble ended up?
I'm so mad about that. But I get it. I get it, Louisville. But I get it. But like, I think that's going to be common. Because I think it's so late. I've said this. It's so late in this. Mike Malone has come into Carolina and changed all of it. Different coach. They've recruited. They got a roster. Right? I feel the same. Like if all these programs. Look at the date you're at. Like even in Lawrence's situation. Now you would. I'd be silly to sit here and say why Fred would not welcome back a veteran point guard who's played in the Big Ten, right? But then how do you insert that guy to a system and a program that I would dare to say you've recruited over those players that left. That fair?
Yep.
Above and beyond. That doesn't discount the value of a guy or a kid or a guy like Jamarcus Lawrence at point guard. But I think upgrade is such a, I think, derogatory word, but like you've recruited over last year's team. That's your job. Recruit over. Build. Right? Grow. Because now that you've done what you've done, it's like business and life, right? You get to a point, it's like, how do I, what's the next step and how do I get to that step? A lot of it's in people and personnel and culture. Right? Not that everything's built on paper, but if you're going to tell me that I have a 6'5" point guard that can shoot it from 40% from 3 versus a 6'1" guard, 6-foot guard, different looks. Just an opinion. Just opinions. Check the leaderboard. Boy, they're firing all sinners on the PGA right now. Boy.
He told blow up yesterday, by the way.
No.
Incredible.
My kid was showing me, like, I don't know if it's TikTok or Instagram. It's like a whole Jordan Spieth account that's dedicated to. Meanwhile, Jordan Spieth back on 12, and he's like moving a trash can or something. Welcome back in the morning, Hookup. Happy Friday. Happy Husker Homer Friday. Thanks for hanging out with us on a ominous looking Friday morning. Apparently it rained again overnight, right? Did it rain again?
Yeah.
The sprinkles or what did I heard a little rumblings before I went to bed.
Very, very light rain we had early morning hours.
Appreciate you keep dumping stuff and making the ground wet.
Well, keep it tuned in. KFOR, Elijah Herbal will have weather updates throughout the afternoon, top of every single hour.
Did you put your next level caffeine into the fridge for later?
No, it's sitting in the backpack. We'll shotgun it warm later.
Got to get it. You can hear Elijah Herbal all day long on KFOR. From this morning to now to later to the Average Joe Sports Show to the Salt Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Should we play the recording of the random sounds Elijah was making?
Yes. Do you have it?
No, you did not record that, did you?
Did you? Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, we have to play this.
No.
This is fantastic.
No, I don't.
We'll play a little excerpts because
people are going to get a dive into the mental state of Elijah Herbal.
This is great. So, after every show, this is transparent. After every show, we do a promo. Yeah, we do a promo. And we're trying to figure out, hey, we're going to give you this coming up. We're going to give you this coming up tomorrow on the morning hookup.
Let's see if I can find
And
it.
sometimes,
Please no.
we're like, want to hit the high flying stuff. And there's just days like we have to get creative on what we're going to talk about because there's lulls. Where we appreciate Nebraska football right now being so quiet, we like for them to talk just a little bit. We could have something. So we improvise. And this is not an app.
What?
This is Elijah.
Do you have it?
He's like, I hope I don't cuss. No, I don't think I do.
Oh, the suit's coming in. He's putting a
Hi,
stop
Rob.
to this.
He's like, stop this, stop the presses. Oh, is this the ending of us? Is he pulling the plug? The dang plug got pulled. Beep, 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 beep. Do you ever do things in the just you take a not risk, but every morning I walk in, right?
Oh wait, that is.
He did pull the plug.
Oh no, it's not us though. It's not us.
Every morning, I'll show you. This is my wall, right? Every morning, it's like I wonder. I do this because there's my scan card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, please work. Yep, I can do it.
It's like the meme from Jets training camp that one day where was it Jamal Adams who couldn't get in?
Yeah,
they must have changed up the code.
They didn't cut my card yet. We're good. They must want us to do it. FedEx 10, not yet. I'm going to do it later today. He asked me if I bought the tickets yet. Later today, I think we got confirmation this might be going down. At the end of the day, about the Open Championship tickets, I'm going to buy them.
It's just a question of who's going with you.
And then I got to figure it out. Worst case, what else could I do? Sell them.
Do you actually have it?
I don't know.
I didn't get all of them, but I got a little.
This is so again
clip.
Going back. We do a promo, and this is part of. This was brainstorming yesterday by Elijah Herbal.
All right. So I got Husker.
That's all that I got.
Okay, good. It got worse.
I didn't know what else was going on.
I think the caffeine was hitting Elijah right at that moment.
I don't know. I think it was like overload of it, and
it was a combination of.
He looked like, if you looked at him, he looked like scenes of Beetlejuice.
We're powering through.
Yeah,
it's a Friday.
You're doing great.
We're getting set for the weekend, but it is. I don't think yesterday was officially an Elijah Herbal day on KFOR. Today might be officially.
Today is.
You'll hear me news 6 a.m. through 6 p.m. Yeah, Salt Dogs baseball tonight. Stick around. Elijah Herbal's weekend review for the Lincoln Salt Dogs coming away this evening.
Yeah, Salt Dogs.
They've
been struggling.
They got a series victory against the Kane County Cougars after they got a series victory against Winnipeg. 3 straight series victories now, and they have a chance to make it 4 straight series victories against the Kane County Cougars this weekend. 3-game weekend set here in Lincoln, Haymarket Park.
And by the way, they're only top 3 each division make the playoffs. They're only 5 games out. So when you look at the standings, you're going to see them at the bottom, but it's only 5 games out, and they've played 77 games, 23 to go, right? They play 100 games?
100 games.
23 to go. Not dead yet.
And you should note here, they've been getting wins against good teams. Winnipeg, who they got a series victory against last week, hottest team in the league. I think they had won something like 10 straight before the Salt Dogs went in and took them down. And then you go and beat the Kansas City Monarchs last week at their place.
That's 1 and 2 in the division.
Yeah, exactly. And then You take down the Kane County Cougars, who are sitting above 40 wins, and they're currently number 3 in the East Division, but they lost a couple of games because the Salt Dogs took them down. So
Boom,
3 impressive series victories. You get another chance against Kane County again this weekend.
Speaking about that, before we get to football, so I know we're going to get to football, I promise. Speaking of that, tomorrow, if you want to, if you're out and about and you got Salt Dogs tickets or nothing going on, not nothing going on, but you got, you want to get out to the ballpark. It's the traditional First Responders Appreciation Night tomorrow. You know what that means?
Celebrity softball.
There's celebrity softball tomorrow. I can't. One, Nick Gregath, Husker Nick, 96 kicks.
Theo Malone,
who, hangs out with us quite a bit. Are those the two? JP back on the bump for him?
I don't know.
I know those two for sure. But it's during the day. You got media, LPD, LFR. They split them up. They have a great time. Good opportunity to go out and support the Salt Dogs and give your thanks to the first responders out there. It's always a fun event.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say about 3:00. I don't know. 6:05's first pitch.
And I believe, if I have this correct, I think tomorrow only, Hooksy. Tomorrow only. We're not a fan of cops.
Oh, that's right, because we're
LFR.
We're LFR. I have a shirt. I should wear my shirt tomorrow, just in honor.
Defund.
They also, by the way, they started doing this after Elijah tried to steal jerseys. They do a jersey auction, so they know they have them all.
There's two sides to every story.
It benefits. They have a jersey auction that benefits the Lincoln First Responders Foundation. So if you wear a jersey tomorrow, PSA, bring it back because they got to make some money with them.
There's two sides to every story, folks. Let it be known. Let it be known. The family wanted the picture after the game. Me and my jersey.
We've heard this story before.
The team was back in the dugout.
You criminal.
I looked at it and I went, I don't want to go bother the team during their time warming up for the game here down in the dugout. Maybe they just won't notice.
Yeah. And you know what happened
I'll
after
keep it
that?
with me. They noticed immediately.
And guess what happened after that? Apparently, I'm the one I was wearing that jersey.
Smelled horrific.
They put me on blast. I was the MVP. They put me on blast.
Look at Hooksy's explanation was.
Yeah,
so of course it smelled bad. I was the MVP. I was out working everybody.
Yeah, I was just. I think that was I was like sliding into home, and so it was weird.
Yeah, it was a dusty jersey.
It was weird,
dusty, stinky.
It comes out of me when we get competitive stuff. I'm like, this is fun, and all of a sudden you're like, what? Then they call me like, hey, I stole the jersey. I don't know, man. I hung it up. I think Elijah really liked my jersey.
Sounds like a fabricated
He's like,
story.
that's Hooks' jersey. I'll wear the MVP's jersey in my picture.
Well, it's good because I'd taken my jersey off. I went up to go see the family. Like, we need a picture. So I go grab the first jersey I find down in the dugout to go grab that picture. MVP. Whereas Hooksy was convinced that I was trying to frame him.
They were calling me from downstairs everywhere. Like before I got like home driving, I'm like, you mean send you a selfie? I ain't got it. I think Charlie Meyer gave me a call. They were running up the flagpole. Look, just because you're MVP doesn't mean you can take the jersey.
And after that, they're like, all right, we need cops at the game from now on.
Yeah, that's when the cops became.
First responders.
It's not even that. It's like there was like detail on the game now. In uniform cops. Only where our team was at. It's a great event. Go out tomorrow if you got tickets. 6:05 first pitch. Like Elijah mentioned, he'll be there. We got Nick and Hugh Malone in the celebrity softball game there. Speaking of MVP potential, maybe Joe Burrow, but maybe not running for his life like he did yesterday, like you said.
First possession of preseason, and we've talked before. Zach Taylor and the Bengals have been big about keeping their starters out of preseason in recent years, and people have then had the thought, well, man, the Bengals always get off to a slow start to the season. Maybe it's because of that. Well, Zach Taylor, Husker legend, by the way, hat tip, big Zach Taylor fans around here. He makes the decision. He's going to play the Bengals starters in their first preseason game yesterday. First possession of the game. Down goes Joe Burrow, sacked in the backfield.
Time to get him out. Luke, are you loose? Something to watch for. Altmaier does come in and play in the game, but that was something noticeable in that game. We talked about this as much, probably all eyes on pretty much one game from that perspective, like preseason to preseason, but a lot of people watching Francisco Mendoza yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Decent debut, 10 of 16, 97, does throw a touchdown in the game. Kirk Cousins goes out there, 5'6", 50 yards and a touchdown.
How about Gardner Minshew?
Woo!
And why is his name escaping me?
Brissett?
Brissett. The first half that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Correct if I'm wrong. Was it 0 incompletions, 3 touchdowns, almost 200 yards passing?
They finished. I mean, Brissett finished 5 for 5, 44 yards and a touch. Minshew finished 14 of 16 for 101, 2 touches. So yes, they were perfect early on.
Yeah. They looked fantastic. Simple as that. This Cardinals team, is it just quarterback friendly? Is it as simple as that?
Beck didn't see any time.
No, it's but Mike LaFleur, he comes in. I believe he was previously with the Rams.
Yeah,
Previously with the Rams. I had to make sure I didn't get it flipped up because his brother's with the Packers.
Yep.
Previously with the Rams, which we know what their passing offenses look like, kind of that Sean McVay tree, goes down to Arizona now. We're all stepping away. Super impressed with Carson Beck after the first preseason game. But then you have Gardner Minshew and Brissett light the world on fire yesterday. I'm not going to sit here and say, man, watch out for the Cardinals this year. But they could be a team to watch moving forward. Jeremiah Love, by the way, go back and watch his highlights. People have made the comparison on social media. I'll echo it. From how he runs the football, just the eye test, he looks a little like Adrian Peterson. I'm not saying he's going to play like Adrian Peterson, but I'm saying with how he runs the football, kind of behind his pads, just from like optically, he's a little bit upright too. It, like, put him in a Minnesota Vikings mid-2000s or I guess late 2000s jersey, and I'd go, oh yeah, Adrian Peterson. They look that similar whenever they run the football. I think that Arizona team, again, probably not this year, but moving forward, could be intriguing. That is a absolute preseason overreaction. Teams aren't game planning for your offense in the preseason. They're going out there and trying to get more evaluation on their guys. They're not going to sit back there and try to do everything to take away your offense. But early results are, hey, maybe LaFleur with the Cardinals is going to make that offense quarterback friendly, going to allow them to put some points on the board and give them a chance in some football games this year and maybe set the foundation for what their team could be a couple years from now. On the flip side of that, though, they are the Cardinals. And the Cardinals can't have nice things. So we'll see.
You know, one of those things, a lot of that can be true within a system a new coach comes into and what his parts are, right? LaFleur might have a good system for this. You know? Who knows? It's a reaction. We'll see. Colts go yesterday against your Patriots. Probably a lot of eyes on the backup there yesterday. Whoa, hum. Richardson goes 11-14, 145. DeVito, I just wanted to say that for the Pats. I just want to say that because I did not realize he was going to be their backup. Decent day, 13-22. You know, 138 in the touch. But I believe yesterday was all solely about Mendoza getting his time at quarterback there. You know, a reaction there to the Cardinals. Yesterday, by the way, you got one more on that because I got
one more light overreaction.
Yeah.
Go to the Steelers-Packers.
Okay.
Drew Aller looked good. Do you guys see his first completion?
I did not. I saw nothing.
It was a 74-yard completion to former Iowa Hawkeye Caden Weechin, who kind of ran away from the defense, ended up getting caught from behind after a stumble. But that was the first completion. Drew Aller, 10 of 13, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Listen, I know there was a lot of talk about Drew Aller. They changed up his throwing mechanics just a little bit. It's preseason football. Don't want to overreact. But that could be a guy maybe you have circled as being a potential Aaron Rodgers replacement in a year, 2 years. Gonna let him sit.
Yeah.
Now all the Steelers quarterbacks played well. I don't think the Packers were showing much from a defensive point of view. It's why the Steelers put up 28 points. Packers didn't look very good at all. But I think the Steelers might be intrigued with what they have with Drew Aller, and I liked what I saw from him yesterday.
Well, I think they're in that mode. They're going to have times throughout the season where they're trying to figure that out. Because as Rodgers saying, this is completely it. There's got to be some kind of thoughts, transition, time of events that get him to that level. Was the biggest story yesterday the announcement of Super Bowl Sunday date and the problems it's going to cause with men and women around the world?
It always does.
Well, this is worse. Have you seen this?
Lay it out.
Valentine's Day?
Yeah, big trouble. Big trouble.
You guys tried being single? It's not too late. You have months to prepare now.
Valentine's Day. I just started chuckling. Now, my wife and I don't celebrate Valentine's. It's a whole long story. We started dating February 6th of 1998. It was only like a week later. It was Valentine's Day. We don't do it, but I went, oh boy. Decisions. That's why I said top of the show. This is about planning and figuring things out. You got to plan about happy hour for Nebraska basketball, right? Now you got to plan. You got a lot of time, YZ.
Mm-hmm.
You're in an infant relationship, infancy still, right?
Yeah.
Be damned if your Patriots make it. Whoa.
Whoa. I thought just break up with her.
Whoa.
Enjoy your Valentine. You can get back together after the Super Bowl. It's okay. Maybe just take a 2-week break.
How about a couples? Let's just plan a couples Super Bowl party.
I think I'm leaning.
The theme is red no matter what the team.
I think I'm leaning towards right now. Super Bowl is usually, later on, like 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can beat the traffic.
Lunch?
Let's
brunch?
Let's get dinner at let's get dinner early today.
Is she listening?
No, she's fast asleep right now.
Okay, I might put this out now. Let's get it out in the open. It's gonna be we're joking. It is Super Bowl Sunday, February 14th, Valentine's Day.
In all seriousness here, if the Patriots do make it, do you think Diana Rossini shows up on the sidelines?
Maybe. Her and Vrabel could have their Valentine's Day date on the sidelines.
And he just goes.
There were speaking of that, there were a lot of jokes last night made about Vrabel throwing the challenge flag.
Oh, I saw those.
I'm sure you can fill in the blanks on some of those.
Yeah.
But,
The other thing I want to say here with Super Bowl Sunday is it's 2026, almost 2027. I understand there is a bit of a marketing thing with Super Bowl Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But with this year, Valentine's Day, can we just move the Super Bowl to Saturday already? What is stopping the Super Bowl from being played on a Saturday where people don't have to work the next morning?
Well, they just need to make that or the Monday after a federal holiday.
Yeah, one of the two. I'm fine with either. Like,
can I say nothing? I'm not going there. We've done dumber things at the White House lately, so let's do that too.
Hey, if you are an employer out there in the city of Lincoln, you want to hire employees right now, how about, it doesn't have to be a federal holiday. You can just make it a work half-day holiday, the Monday after Super Bowl Sunday.
Leisure.
Put it on your employment flyers that you're putting out there when you're trying to get employees. Say, hey, it's a company-mandated half-day workday, Monday after Super Bowl Sunday. I bet the applications will start flying in for you.
Could we all do it remotely that day?
I'll be here. The Monday after is legitimately, for 99% of businesses, it's not going to matter. For us, that is kind of an important day for us.
It's a huge day.
Yeah, that is. We are the one profession.
That's
out
like
there
being
that
on
is
the air.
like,
That's like saying, hey, we're not going to have a show on a Monday after a Husker football game. Nah, we're good.
Oh, well, there's one.
There's one.
Well, the average Joe Sports will be rocking. And we have, there is.
Just do it. Why can't we just do one?
Because we do have the Salt Dog season finale that day. I believe first pitch is 11 a.m. So we'll have pregame, and we have an extended pregame because we do a season in review that morning.
That's crap.
I'm sorry. I come
Look,
to you.
I just
as the lead Salt Dogs producer.
There's another thing
I do step in here and
there's another thing you got to plan for. All right, told you it was a planning day. Super Bowl Sunday, February 14th. I want to know. I had not quite. I didn't. You know what? Again, we don't celebrate. I think it's great. I think people have to plan accordingly this time because you're gonna have to make it. Yeah, but. Do you go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Do you wait till Monday to go out? I think it will boost what's happening. My wife said, this economy is going to boom with it being on the 14th. You might see more lunches going on. You might see blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know.
But again, I will say, why can't the Super Bowl be on a Saturday? What is stopping that? Why they have a 2-week break? You get the week off after the AFC Championship and NFC Championship game. It's not like they're going to be short of rest. What is stopping us from putting the Super Bowl on a Saturday? Would that not be more convenient for everybody?
Yes.
There's no college football going on. Mm-hmm. College football season's already over.
Could that be
You're into February. What's stopping us from putting on a Saturday aside from the moniker Super Bowl Sunday?
Isn't that also the same for like any kind of championship?
Did the college football playoff national championship game being on a Monday is disgusting.
That's college basketball. When do they play it?
Weekday.
Monday.
Yeah. What? Why?
You put parents in a bad spot.
The powers that be out there, why are we doing this?
Fix this.
I don't disagree.
Every major sporting event that is like nationally recognized, put it on a Saturday night.
Fix this.
Put it on a Saturday.
Get me in front of city council.
The worst one is the college football playoff being on a Monday night.
That's awful.
That's disgusting.
That's awful.
The championship game on a Monday. What are we doing here? Especially because the college football playoff, it's not like the Super Bowl. I mean, I know the Super Bowl is a long affair, but at least it's on a Sunday, so they can start it at 5 o'clock. They're starting the college football playoff national title game at like 7 p.m.
On a Monday.
On a Monday, and you're watching until 11 o'clock at night in Central Time, midnight East Coast. That's horrible.
It's awful. We're getting the bottom of things today, and I love this. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, but we better take another break, and we'll come back and do this day in sports. When I was thinking about the show this morning and like last night when all stuff was coming out, I had a vision and a thought about how it was going to go today. In my mind, in my opinion, it's exceeded my expectations so far. Seriously. You are going to have to start putting this thing like there. I mean, the possibility of your Patriots playing on Super Bowl Sunday.
Very real.
And
we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
But you just got just experience. You got to set the tone early.
Yeah.
Like, honey, this could happen. Let's start thinking about it.
We're gonna run the ball on first and second down for sure.
Yes.
Establish the run and then maybe hit her with a play action.
Yes. a double reverse.
Huh.
What'd you get? You all right?
I just got a picture from 10 years ago.
That finger is not good.
10 years ago today.
Yuck. Thank you, Flood X10. He said, solid work today, fellas.
Look how chubby my face is. How much of a baby that looks.
Yeah, he had a baby.
Yeah.
10 years ago?
10 years ago.
We will have what, minute and 39 seconds when we come back?
Minute 57.
Whoa! I didn't even look. I wish you had more bird sounds, though. Disappointed. I wish we could recreate that. Hey, coming up next, bird sounds. And the most odd, annoying sounds you want to hear. Here they are. Not annoying, just fun.
All right.
Yeah, good one.
It's so good, that caffeine.
It just hit you.
It's so good.
It just hit you. It tastes so good on my lips.
Love the way my heart kind of flutters in my
Yeah,
chest.
I'm gonna say like,
Yeah.
do I need to start bringing my little blood pressure cuff in?
Just bring a defibrillator. It's gonna happen one of these days.
Do you, speaking of like, talk about it a lot, but like things that like make people anxious. Somewhere where we were, what we're doing, and they said they give you the ground rules of all the stuff. Like, also, if you need it, there's an AED machine right over there. I'm like, what?
Now you're thinking about it.
Stop. My wife made it to the haircut. Well done. Welcome back in the morning hookup. 1 minute, 57 seconds left, hanging out at the end of the first hour.
Who's counting?
All I hear this, I hear the Road Warriors. That's it. That was the Road Warriors, right?
That's a Mosty. I know I'm filling in for Mosty today. I am not Mosty. I'm sorry. I can't tell you that.
Feels like the day. My wife just texted me because we're in a time crunch this morning. And we always like to celebrate successes and getting kids up. She had at 9 o'clock. We had to get kids to haircuts by 10. She goes, I made it with this emoji. The flex. I'm like, I can just text back like I should. Best ever.
That is a win.
It's a win.
On this day in 1937, the Detroit Tigers scored an MLB record 36 runs in a doubleheader against the St. Louis Browns. They won game 1 16-1. They won game 2 20-7.
Crushing it, man.
On this day, in 1961, the Philadelphia Phillies lose 9-2 to the Chicago Cubs. It was their 17th straight defeat. It was also the 11th consecutive game an opposing pitcher threw a complete game against the Phillies.
I had to chuckle because I'm listening to you talk about this, and I'm like, at the top of the page that I use, I wanted you to go. I thought you were going to go, on this day, should we look at deaths? The deaths, they're on there. I'm not going there.
Maybe by the end of the day, Elijah Herbal. We shall see. On this day in 1969, the New York Mets fall 9.5 games back. They would go on to win the pennant.
Hey, happy birthday, by the way. Hall of Fame point guard, 5-time NBA champion of the Los Angeles Lakers, Irvin Magic Johnson. Happy birthday. Coming up, golf talk, college football talk, Field of Dreams, and a whole lot more. Sit back, relax. We'll be right back.
Claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code ACT5. Offers vary by user and location of participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so. I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Lincoln's local news, talk, sports, and weather station. FM 101.5, 1240 AM, KFOR, and KFRX HD3, Lincoln.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. A court hearing getting underway this hour in Manhattan for Luigi Mangione. The 28-year-old is expected to plead guilty to federal charges accusing him of stalking and killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson on a New York City street almost 2 years ago. There is no agreement between prosecutors and the defense, so it's expected to be an open plea, says ABC legal analyst Brian Buckmeyer, who explains.
There's no mandatory minimum to stalking that leads to a death. There's a maximum of life in prison, but there's no mandatory minimum. So in essence, an open plea would be turning to the judge and saying, hey, you've got a big runway here. Do you think you'd give him something that he could take?
There were long lines outside the courthouse earlier today. Thompson's wife and his former employers are expected to be in the courtroom today. It's back to court over the ballroom in D.C. The Trump administration asking the U.S. Supreme Court for an emergency stay, allowing construction to continue. Here's ABC national correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
In asking the Supreme Court for an immediate stay, allowing construction to continue, the administration says the ballroom is vitally required to ensure a secure gathering space for the president and senior officials. The petition points to what it calls a growing number of recent assassination attempts targeting the president, including what it calls the threat of a missile attack against Air Force One on July 8th, which we now know led to the use of a catering truck to sneak Trump off the plane in Turkey. Those sources say U.S. intelligence officials deemed that threat to not be credible.
The National Guard called in to help with rescues and cleanup amid record rainfall in Indiana. James Aldrich watched his home in Cambridge City flood and says it's been
overwhelming. Like you out of control. Devastating. But everyone's okay. And I have wonderful neighbors. And it's a great community. And we'll get through it.
Checking the markets this hour, the Dow's down 71 points. The S&P is down 7. You're listening to ABC News.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago. And ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
A Lincoln man arrested after a kidnapping on Thursday afternoon. I'm Elijah Herbal, KFOR News. Lincoln police took a man into custody after an investigation into a kidnapping on Thursday. According to Lincoln Police Captain Dwayne Winkler, witnesses reported seeing a woman being assaulted and then forced into a black Ford Expedition in the area of South 1st and P Streets around 3:45 yesterday afternoon.
Officers reviewed previous calls for service involving similar vehicles and were able to identify the victim. That information also led investigators to identify the possible suspect, 46-year-old Tate Wright of Lincoln.
Officers eventually located the same Ford Expedition in the parking lot of a motel near 56th and Superior. They made contact with Wright and the victim in a hotel room that had been rented by the victim, at which point Wright was taken into custody following a brief struggle. He was lodged in jail, charged with first-degree false imprisonment and domestic assault. Lincoln Fire and Rescue responded to a fire at a duplex in central Lincoln on Thursday. The fire was reported near South 37th Street and Woods Avenue just after 9:30 last night. LFR said the fire started on the front porch before it moved into the attic, causing fire damage to the south unit of the duplex. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. A man was arrested after the Nebraska State Patrol reportedly found 70 pounds of methamphetamine in his vehicle after a traffic stop on I-80 near Lincoln. An NSP trooper was patrolling eastbound on I-80 on Wednesday morning when they saw a black pickup truck following a semi too closely just before 4 a.m. A traffic stop was conducted, at which point the trooper discovered that the driver, 27-year-old Felipe Simental, had an outstanding warrant for a probation violation. A search of the vehicle uncovered 70 pounds of meth hidden inside the vehicle's spare tire. Simental was arrested and charged with possession of over 140 grams of methamphetamine. Rain showers should leave the area as we get into the afternoon today. We're looking at a high near 87 degrees with partly sunny skies this afternoon in Lincoln. For KFOR News, this is Elijah Herbal.
Looking for a fun way to give back? Join us for the 2026 presented by Pinnacle Bank on Saturday, August 22nd at James Arthur Vineyard. Enjoy a scenic 5K through beautiful grounds. Every step helps provide shoes to kids in Lincoln and Lancaster County schools with options for adults, wine included, and kids. Registration fees include a t-shirt, medal, and bag. Sign up today and make a difference at kicksforkidsnebraska.org.
Your backyard's just got a home court advantage. Bison Inc. brings factory direct basketball systems to your driveway, starting at $9.99 with local pickup only. Call 402-474-3353. Mention this ad and get a free basketball. Be a savvy senior. Listen to Savvy Seniors Radio Sunday mornings at 9:30 here on KFOR, presented by the Nebraska Real Estate Specialty Group.
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Welcome back in the Morning Hookup, hour number 2. Happy Husker Homer Friday.
Shout out Chris Cornell.
You know, we're just talking. No more. It's not a PSA, but we're just talking about, like, when you're, Elijah, you and I were talking during the break about things you look forward to. And I think the theme was like just a little bit of peace and quiet to just be. Whether it be good weeks or bad weeks, everybody goes through stuff, right? It could be just the greatest week ever, but you're always on the run. And as my wife is really good about this, God bless her, she's very good at getting me to slow down for a minute and just be. Whether it's the greatest week ever, right? Or it could be just a crappy week. But it's always good to, like, slow down, look at some accomplishments that got done. Could be just one little thing. And that's it. Because I know, like you talked about, you've had a rough week, tough week, long week. Could be as well. You've been training a lot at the other spot. You need a little time. Let this man, he's going to go and get some meat from a local spot here in town and just get it on the smoker and have a few beers tonight. Tomorrow. He's busy still.
I haven't made it through just yet.
I was fast forwarding for you.
Yeah. Haven't made it through just yet. But yeah, no, looking forward to that. Gonna have myself a weekend.
Yeah. I think the thing is just, it's okay to do that. I said this sometimes. What I do is I use my calendar quite a bit on my phone, and maybe a little different. A lot of people see my calendar, whether it be at work, at home, it's fully exposed. I will go in there, not every week. I'm not great about it, but a certain time, like, I just need it. I will go in there and block out an hour, and it triggers the do not disturb. Just be. And sometimes that means just running home real quick to make a sandwich when I know nobody's going to be there. I do this a lot during the school year because I know when I go, like right home, if I go home now, there's stuff going on. But a lot of times I'll just it might be a 30-minute little adventure just to go home. I know not everybody has that opportunity. I get it. But maybe make that on the weekends for yourself. Run home, make a sandwich, and just be like, and just stare at like HGTV. I don't even know what's on.
Well, and Wisey's told me he sets the reminder on his phone to cook up a 16-leg player prop MLB only parlay. He's getting it at plus 15 million.
That could be the relief you need.
I had my mic off. Yeah, you're always one parlay away from happiness. No, but in all seriousness,
that comment brought to you by 1-800-BETS-OFF.
And teasers are not pleasers. Pleasers and teasers don't go together.
In all seriousness, know that sometimes, though, it is good to put the phone in the pocket or just put it off to the side and be present in the moment. Sometimes going for a walk outside, too, and feeling the fresh air. No phone involved, no music, nothing, just you and your thoughts.
Go do it.
Really good.
My wife is so good at that. I'm just not good at it yet.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it yet.
It's tough.
You know what else is great? Ready for this one?
Uh-oh. We're getting deep today, boys and girls.
As a grown man, throwing on the old baseball glove and going and having a catch?
Ooh, I haven't played catch in probably 10 years. Well, that's not true. With coaching, I guess I have. But like actual...
But just like casual?
Yeah.
Pull out the baseball glove, have a catch. Maybe grab the football. Let me tell you what, folks. That is therapy for the soul.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can still got the
as
slider
long
in
as
the bag.
Your arm can hold up.
Yeah, no. Once the elbow starts getting sore, the shoulder starts getting sore, and you gotta hang it up. I mean, it's a nice 30 minutes.
Well, that's just kind of a fun segue
like,
there.
Get in there, like I mean, I still got the slider. The changeup would be getting pimped 440 to dead center, but hey, at least we threw it. Slider would too. The fastball, it's got no life, but at least I'm popping the middle a little bit.
Did you hear that?
What was that, 90?
Yeah. Boy, speaking of that, let's go there. How about yesterday? There was a fun event in baseball yesterday, the Field of Dreams game. You're talking about getting a catch?
Mm-hmm. I talked about this last night. This, I think, to me, might be my favorite special event in all of sports. The two that are near the top for me. the Field of Dreams game, and then the NHL Stadium Series where they go play outside.
That's fantastic.
I think Field of Dreams games eclipses it though.
The game itself last night wasn't fantastic. Phillies get it done 7-1. Schwarber hits 2 yesterday? 2 more. He's been on a torrid pace, by the way, of hitting home runs. 3 RBIs, 2 home runs. They win 7-1. But have you guys been there?
No. Yes.
I had a chance. You went. Yes. You took your baseball team, didn't you guys go? Or did you just go yourself?
No. When I was very young, I went with my dad.
We went. I can't remember the year. We took our team because they do Field of Dreams tournaments there. Yeah. And it's an amazing experience. The town itself they've built it up to be a massive baseball community. Mm-hmm. It's not very big. Dyersville isn't big. A lot of times you got to stay in, is it Dubuque?
Yeah.
Decatur, whatever. It's just up the road 30 minutes. But that's where everything is.
It's around Cedar Falls.
Right. That's where everything is. But Dyersville, we took our team there. And by the way, it's cool. I have to find the picture. We designed Field of Dreams jerseys when they went, the pinstripes. Mm-hmm. Right. They were cool. But now it's a massive baseball community. I mean, this is big tournaments they put on there for youth baseball. They've got fields upon fields everywhere. And then you get to go within the tournaments. If you make it to the championship, you get to play on the field. Mm-hmm. But the movie scene itself is amazing. There's tailgating going on. We can do grills and stuff outside. You can go get your catch on, man. The bleachers are there. You can tour the house. They've got a gentleman that is dressed as a tour guide in the house. But now I haven't been back lately because that was 3 or 4 years ago. You could see the stadium out in left field. If you're in the movie set, you can see it out there. But now there was a massive design of build up. Like I want to say they were putting hotels out there. They're building more youth fields out there. It's not a production. It is just a awesome baseball scene.
It's pretty sweet.
Yesterday, what they have? I know they had. They brought the Hall of Famers out of the corn yesterday. Mm-hmm. Come on, baseball.
Speaking of the corn, too, have you guys seen the bourbon that they make from the corn itself?
No.
Yeah, so there is a Field of Dreams Player Series bourbon. It's pre-order only, and yeah, there is 23,615 bottles available, for each player to ever make it to the major leagues.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and
whoa, what is that?
It is made from the corn from the Field of Dreams, and yeah, each bottle has a number on it, and then you can look up your bottle number, and it can tell you what player your bottle is associated with.
No,
yeah, really cool.
You can just buy them. That we said.
Pre-order, yeah.
Send it to me.
$80 for a bottle of whiskey.
God.
Yeah.
By the way, it just was cool seeing yesterday. They're doing baseball has adopted this event and really made it special in the world of baseball. I think they had 26 Hall of Famers yesterday. That's cool. Mm-hmm. That is. I mean, I don't care what. I mean, you had the names of Michael Jack Schmidt, Steve Carlton coming out in their Phillies uniform, Andrew Jones, Harold Baines, Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog. Ooh, Andre Dawson came out, Larry Wall. I mean, Cal Ripken Jr., Pudge, Jim Tomei. Look at these guys. That's so cool. And out of the corn. It's the one like the hockey tradition of the outdoor. They've adopted it and made it a really cool special event to watch. I think it only had the attendance only over 7,000.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask. And I mentioned this yesterday. You hear him on KFOR. He's done some work with the Average Joe Sports Show. You've heard him this summer on Lincoln Salt Dogs Baseball. Alex Zetterman was at the Field of Dreams game. I am very curious to hear his report. I asked for the update yesterday, and he said, "Update: Kyle Schwarber is the effing man." Kyle Schwarber had himself a night last night. But I would love to see. You don't want to oversaturate. But I'd love to even see this get expanded out just a little bit. Give me a couple games in a single week, MLB level from the Field of Dreams. I think it'd be really cool.
Would you go? What would you do to go to that? Because I know someone who turned down some tickets due to price. 7,000. I know what the tickets he had the option to get. He's a Phillies fan. 1,800. Just throwing it out there.
What would I do?
What event would you just I don't care what it cost me to get there to go. Because you mentioned that's a special event game that's eclipsed whatever they call the outdoor hockey events.
Well, here's a hot take for you. As we talk about some of like those destination events, I think the Super Bowl is off my list of bucket list items
It's
to
too
go and
much.
see.
It's too over the top.
It's,
blah, blah, blah.
it's not about the football anymore. It's a social event for all the top 1%ers. I don't care about that anymore.
here's
I'm happy watching the Super Bowl with friends and family at home. You know, I don't need to go to the Super Bowl. Used to be my number one bucket list. I need to go to that.
The other
No
one
longer.
is Super Bowl is that, right? It is what it is. It's over the top media,
Theatrics,
networks,
it's
right? Done.
Not about the football anymore.
The other thing that has become less and less. Now, I've been blessed to go to multiple Final Fours. Okay. But it is not. It just the places they play and make it hard to go. I went and watched Carolina play and win it in 17. I was there in 16 when they got not upset, but the last second shot by Villanova. I saw UConn win one. I was in New Orleans at the Superdome when Melo and them won. But I'm tell you what, if you're not nowadays, like even with those events, those venues, if you're not here in the middle from like free throw to free throw line, you're not seeing crap. I like we were in State Farm Arena, and that's Glendale. There were people like we walked up there just to see the 600s. I'm like, the pageantry is gone of some of those. And Super Bowl, it's just because of all the theatrics that goes on with it.
My if I was to rank a top 3 now, my bucket list items in sports that I need to go and see. Well, if we're being specific here, Sunday at the Masters. It doesn't have to be a Sunday. I'd just like to go see the Masters. But if we're making the bucket list here, Sunday at the Masters on site at Augusta.
I'd challenge you and say Wednesday better than any Thursday through Sunday.
Really? But Sunday?
Only reason I'd say that, because again, blessed upon blessed, companies that I've
you give the par
been
3, it's
associated
fun.
with, it's the crowds. That's it. It is truly a crowd situation from a viewing pleasure. Sunday is packed, but Wednesday is again. Go ahead. Sunday the Masters. I get why you'd say that's the pinnacle of a golf tournament.
Yeah, it's the pinnacle of golf. Pinnacle of golf, and it's just. I mean, that is a special day for me every single year. Give me Sunday at the Masters. Give me. I want to see, and I know football or college football has changed. I want to see a Rose Bowl. I think.
Yeah.
And here's another hot. We talked about moving the Super Bowl. I think the college football playoff national championship game should be at the Rose Bowl every single year. That place feels like the entire history of college football feels like it's there. I know it's not, but you get what I'm saying. That is a place that I think the college football playoff national championship game should be every single year. Put it in the Rose Bowl. Los Angeles.
The pageantry of the parade.
Yes.
All of it.
Put the national championship game in Pasadena every single year. I'd be happy. I'd love to see. I want to go out and see Rose Bowl, though. Last one, probably a World Series Game 7.
Oh, yeah. That'd be electric.
I'm trying to think what other items would be on my list that I haven't already seen.
I'm hoping I'm going to get one coming up. The Open Championship
at St. Andrews. Do you guys have
I've been blessed. I've been blessed for like stuff and people I've been around to like see a lot of these events. I've been to the Masters, which is so cool. And that's why I was giving you the advice like Wednesday, because you get to bring your phones and your cameras and all that.
I think not having that is almost what makes it more special of being just locked in on the golf. Imagine showing up at 5 a.m. and just setting up your chair at the 18th green and just waiting all day long, seeing all these other people come in. And then you get that moment of payoff of, you got to watch that leaderboard there above the 18th green and see how things are changing. And then, hey, that final hour and a half, you get to watch all these leaders come in on the 18th green and
watch them
have some
walk
high
up,
pressure
man.
moments. That'd be awesome.
I think that would be awesome. And like you're talking about the viewership of the Masters, but talking about moments, I remember these moments. I went to a couple of different rounds at the Masters. There were times where we would sit down and kind of sit there and just listen to the roars. And again, when they would talk about the roars, the Tiger roar versus the other roars, it was a real thing. You knew when Tiger just made a birdie or something, like, oh boy, you could hear it resonate through. You got one, YZ? Bucket list? You went to Boston. That's a bucket list.
I knocked one off this year. I got to see Sox Yankees at
Woo-wee!
Fenway. Yeah, that was
buddy.
That was pretty incredible. Definitely an MLB playoff game in general. Those crowds are just different in October. Man, what else? College basketball is my favorite sport by a mile.
So Final Four,
national championship. Yeah,
they're pretty awesome. And again, I would say about the Final Fours, they're not yet the ones I've been to. The theatrics like a Super Bowl. They have a lot of stuff on the outside, but it's not so much fluff to it. You know, there's a definite electricity into it, which is kind of cool, but the venues are just tough. And I get why they do the big venues. It's money, but the viewing is so hard. How about when Nebraska goes to the Final Four?
Ooh.
Can we make up a bucket list?
What are we talking? 7 months from now?
Mm-hmm. Can we make up that? But where do they play? Can we buy tickets now? Can we buy?
Is it in San Antonio or is that just in San Antonio?
Can we just book? Where are we going?
Detroit,
Rock City.
It's not that far.
I made the road trip last year when I went to Ann Arbor. Not that bad. And honestly, Detroit gets a bad rap. I didn't hate Detroit. Didn't love Detroit either. But people poo-poo on Detroit way too much. There's a lot of worse cities I've been to.
Not to be named.
Hot take. I'm ranking Detroit over Kansas City. I think
I've never experienced Detroit, so I don't know. I cannot give you that.
Kansas City's overrated.
I cannot give you that.
There's parts of Kansas City that are very you can poo-poo on those a lot.
Yeah. I'm not a big Kansas City guy.
Lane, what up? Lane said you better buy now because when they make it, they're gonna be $2,500 each. Bucket list upon bucket. All right, good stuff. Field of Dreams game was awesome. We'll have more baseball next week. So let's take a break. Let's come back. We're gonna do a little college football deal. We'll look at the top 25. Look at the Big Ten in the top 25 and maybe some pretenders and contenders of the top 25 when we return.
I also need your guys' take on the most overrated city. So think about that.
Boom.
Indiana. Gary, everyone says Gary, Indiana is awesome. I disagree.
Topeka, Kansas, liars.
Oh, Topeka stinks.
I opened a restaurant there, one that we owned out there, and I spent 3 months consecutive.
Ugh.
Yeah. So then if you've been to Topeka, it's fine. There are some spots, but it's not one of my favorites. So we opened the restaurant. We had 2 different restaurants there, and it got to the point I had to be in town for 3 months when we got it going and opening. But then I had to go back and visit. I would go visit the restaurant and drive right to Lawrence, Kansas and stay the night. Most overrated city I've ever been to.
Are we saying, in general or like ones that we've been to?
Ones that you've been to.
Ones we've been to.
How can you say it's overrated if you haven't been there?
Coordinator. Gary is the armpit of the U.S. Topeka is the other armpit. Flat I agree, man. That's not being old. Mowing is therapeutic.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I like mowing. It is. It depends on how hot it is outside, though,
or how cold the beverage is.
That's true. I guess.
I got to think about this. Oh, I agree, Lane. I totally agree with that. I think Nebraska basketball in the Final Four would be more fun than a bowl game all day long.
Oh, I've never been. But to Miami specifically, but I'll say most of the cities in Florida are overrated. And I don't dislike Florida.
God, where have I been? And I'm like, this isn't great.
I didn't like Orlando. London, I've been to London.
Orlando, yeah.
Orlando's not good. London, I didn't think was anything special. It was sprawling and kind of annoying.
Oh, yeah. Then I think that if we're going everywhere.
Everywhere.
All right. That's an easy one because not easy, but I'm putting this one. What the hell is there a bug in this room?
Oh, is it? I have a guess here on what it usually is going to be. Is it Rome? I've heard people don't like Rome.
It's been there. It depends on what your mood is like and maybe background. That I got to do one. I'm going to do one there and one like local.
Overrated. I'll go Mogadishu.
I'll go Mogadishu. Because it's tight.
Everyone always has great things to say about Mogadishu. I didn't think so.
Oh, this one, because it's in the name. It makes you think that it's good, but it's not really.
Oh, Pyongyang, North Korea.
That's what I wrote down.
Garbage.
You ever been there? Trash.
Boring. So empty. Just kind of sad vibes all around.
Yeah, I know. Welcome back in the morning, Hookup. Happy Husker for Homer. Friday. Most overrated city you ever been to is the question that was posed on the morning Hookup today by one Elijah Herbal. I have one international, one local. Not local, but like in the States. And I'll give my first one in the States. It's in the name, and you're gonna go, that would be pretty cool. But it wasn't. It was all right. Malibu, California. Malibu.
Super fair. I 100% agree with you. 100%.
We stayed there for the UCLA, Nebraska. Yeah, we stayed there for a couple nights.
No character.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you're on the beach. Awesome. But it's like all touristy, gross.
It was old.
Yeah. And it's
run down.
It's like,
now again,
it's like old school touristy. Yeah.
Yes.
And there's no character to it either.
None. And again, granted, there were fires around. Okay. So, but they had fires were like way back, but they have not rebuilt. So in the name, you're like, we're staying in Malibu. And we had an Airbnb on the water. What people don't, I think, maybe not all of California, okay, not all of it, but you don't realize in California on that coast, but most of the coast, you can't get to the dang water. It's not like going to the beach on the Atlantic side. I'm sure there's beaches. I'm not saying there's not. But I was like, dude, we're going to Malibu. Let's book Malibu. It's only 30 so minutes back to where we stayed at for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Malibu, to me, in the name, most overrated place I've ever been.
It's also like, it doesn't feel like a whole city. It's kind of like,
it's odd.
It's kind of jam-packed right in next to the coast, and it lacks character, and the people were nothing special.
I didn't love being there, but I'm like, this is not, like, you have it in your head. You go, if you close your eyes and go, Malibu, you're like, woo-wee, swanky.
It's hard to describe, but I 100% agree.
So there's mine.
I felt that same way.
That's local-wise. International-wise, I'll give you mine real quick. Dublin, Ireland.
Really?
Overrated based on the rest of the traveling I did in Cork, Limerick.
Okay.
Moving around. Not dogging Dublin. We had a great time being in downtown Dublin. We went to Temple Bar, hanging out with Husker fans. But it felt a lot like LA, Chicago, Atlanta, big cities. So maybe a hotter take if you went to Dublin or been in Dublin. Overrated. Now, that's compared to everywhere else I went to. Cork, the little small Irish communities. I could live there. So Dublin, Ireland. Plus, it sucks we got beat.
City. We talked about this during the break. I'm still on my soapbox with Kansas City. Overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Not a huge fan.
You been to Westport? I'm getting down in Westport. I'm just kidding. That's like
been to Rockport.
That's like the younger boy. Would you buy fireworks and get the hell out?
Maybe. Orlando.
Yeah, I can see it.
Orlando is just there. Like, oh, yeah, nice. You're in Florida. It's hot and humid and it rains every single day. And also the city's kind of gross.
There's some other nicer places than Orlando.
Yeah. I like Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay was
Get on the coast there a little bit on the inner part of the Gulf.
Oh, Corn Raider, hot take here. He says Waikiki is overrated. Ooh, that's part of Honolulu. What the beach itself at Waikiki, the beach itself was overrated, but I really liked Honolulu.
I haven't been to Hawaii for years. It's been 20-something years.
Honolulu. We got a caller on the line from Michigan. This is Gary from Michigan. He wants to talk about his overrated city.
Gary, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, it's Greg.
Greg
Greg in Michigan. I know
Greg.
Yeah.
From Michigan. Come on.
My bad.
We know this. What up, Greg?
Hey.
It's YZ's last day.
Yep. By the way, we pulled the plug.
I just wanted to comment on Elijah. Detroit rocks, man. I got Lions season tickets. Walk around there at night. Got no problems. They've cleaned that town up. It gets a bad rap.
Yes.
My daughter lived in Kansas City. I went out there a couple of times. Power and Light District. Stadium's way out of town. We went to the Lions-Chiefs game. Kansas City is way overrated. In my opinion, it's too spread out. And the first day we were there, the window got broken out of her 2026 GMC.
Yeah.
And they stole her sunglasses and stuff. You don't get that in Detroit.
And it sounds people would think you're kidding, but you're not. You're right. They from my experience out there, and I spent like roughly 1 day out there, and I was in Ann Arbor, which is nearby, but I thought Detroit seemed lovely and cleaned up, and everyone talks about the rust and the crime and 8 Mile and all these things. And I was right in Detroit. I'm like, wow, this city's got some character. It's got like Motown up there. It was quite enjoyable.
Absolutely, man. I agree. I live here. I drive down there 30 minutes to Lions games and hang out. I go to Little Caesars for hockey, Comerica for Tigers games, and never had a problem. It is awesome. And I agree with Corn Raider. Waikiki is way overrated, man. You will get panhandled and offered ice or meth all the time.
Yeah, this is true.
So,
wow.
Hey, have a great day.
Thanks,
See you
Greg.
later today.
Thanks, Greg. You too, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
On Waikiki, you watch out for the shirtless guys that look a little bit sketchy wearing a backpack. They're gonna offer you drugs.
This is one of
not for free, for sale, and you have to. Nope, I'm good. It's a high schooler on a band trip, and there's these guys walking around trying to sell drugs to the high schoolers. Like, we're good, man.
Corn Raider goes also with Atlanta and Houston overrated. LA highly overrated.
Okay.
He agrees with you. Rest of why is great, and he also goes KC is crap. Can we just say the Chiefs are overrated too? Just lump them in. They're gonna suck this year.
Chiefs, Royals, all
Chiefs,
of them.
Royals.
We're gonna piss off a lot of listeners around here. So apologies. Kansas City is not for me.
I don't know if you guys are gonna like this one.
Uh-oh.
I didn't have fun in Chicago.
I got a disagreement here.
From a tourist perspective, it's like you turn the corner, here's $150. Everything you want to do
It is
so
you were on the Magnificent Mile, weren't you?
Yes, it's so expensive. And that was overrated as hell to me. The Magnificent Mile, all these shops, I'm not buying anything in there. Go in there for what? So and if you're driving, good luck. If you're driving in the city, you're in traffic for over an hour.
This is true.
You got to go to a parking garage and pay $40 for an hour. It's kind of ridiculous to me.
But what I really like about Chicago is that there's all these little mini neighborhoods that all have the connected feel of Chicago. Like Kansas City. Another thing I don't like about Kansas City is we're just going to poop on Kansas City all show long
no
here.
Substance to it. At all.
And every single little mini suburb has its own feels like its own like little different town. And the city itself doesn't feel connected. Chicago feels super connected, which I really appreciate about it. It's like you're in whatever neighborhood, but it's still we're in Chicago. Whereas Kansas City doesn't feel that same way.
Family's big fans of Chicago. I would say the same thing if you've been in New York City. New York City itself overrated, but the little outside Soho, Tribeca, those places, you're describing that in New York City too.
Yeah, you don't. What I like about Chicago is you don't need downtown Chicago.
You don't,
because all the little mini areas have their own little strip of here's the bars and the restaurants and all their little. I enjoy Chicago. I wouldn't live there. No. But I enjoy Chicago.
No.
And
Those parts.
And they do have something. They have something for the 20-somethings, 30-somethings, good for families, museums, all these things. Chicago's got it all.
Yeah, I agree what you're saying though. The pricing stuff, it's insane.
Well, you
got to find the right dive bar. That's the key.
There used to be one. What's the name of the point called? Oh, drawing a blank.
Continue.
You're not going back.
Museum that we went to, I forget what it was called. Like something science, and I don't remember. But the tickets it was like Griffin Museum of Industry or something. Cool museum.
It's still open.
But
the Griffin Museum of Science and Industry?
Yeah.
I like that one. They have the U-boat, the German U-boat that the Americans stole after World War II.
Super cool museum. Fun, but just expensive as hell.
To be fair.
It's still open.
Insane.
I don't think I paid for that museum ticket, but they have the U-boat.
Yeah. Really cool. But I don't know. I just thought that everywhere I turn my corner, here's my debit card. Here you go.
It's for sale. It's gone. Used to be a place in Chicago we used to go every time. Local little pub. It was called Pippin's, not in Scottie Pippin's, but Pippin's. I just looked it up. Looks like there's a for sale sign on it though.
I will.
Awesome. It was like this dark wood like 30 people could fit in.
I will say though, the food in Chicago was incredible.
Fantastic.
Great food scene.
Very
Fantastic.
Last city that I have for you that just came to mind, and I totally escaped my memory. But
Iowa City.
No, people. I like Iowa City. There's a hot take for you. Iowa City,
Champaign, Illinois.
I recommend to any Husker fan out there, if you get the chance to leave your family Thanksgiving early, make it to Iowa City and go to a Black Friday game, you should do it. Iowa City was enjoyable.
Columbus, Missouri.
Never been.
Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, Lansing though. East Lansing is the college side of East Lansing. I've mentioned this before. East Lansing, nice. Lansing, which is on the west side of East Lansing, they're connected. So East Lansing is would be like if downtown Lincoln was its own city, we called it, what would you call it? West Lincoln or whatever.
Yeah.
If it was its own separate city, it'd be like, that's like the college campus. That's East Lansing. The rest of Lansing sucks. The rest of Lansing was horrible, man. I felt in danger half the time I was there. It's all rusty and beat to hell. There's weeds growing in the middle of the street. You're like, what's going on? Did not like Lansing. But
this is
over maybe the most overrated city. I can't believe we haven't gotten there because people love this place and I don't get it. They have great things to do out there, but the city itself is like the worst of humanity. Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. I only didn't bring that up because I haven't been there. I thought that was like the prerequisite. I have no desire to go to Las Vegas.
It's for all the people that are there that seem to be having a good time, it just feels like a sad, lonely place.
Yeah.
That is the best way to put Las Vegas.
You can do it different. I've done it both. I've done Vegas a few times both ways, where you do feel sad and desolate and like blah blah blah. I golf trip out there and was like, ugh. I've been out there with my wife and had a fantastic time. You can do it differently.
Okay.
You can do it differently where you don't have to be exposed to the cards on the side and all the
cards on the side and the sad people walking around the street that just lost their life.
There are nicer
blackjack
places,
table.
because I would tell you, like the scene over there, we went out and for my birthday, stayed at the Cosmo, beautiful hotel, and just did the food scene, did the show scene.
And that's the thing. There's great events.
A little gambling, but it wasn't like to the point of like you can do it two different ways in Vegas. But I will say this: if you go or go back or ever been or won't go, I don't know, 2 days.
Oh yeah, I spent 2 days out there, and that was
no
more
matter
than enough
what
for a lifetime.
No matter what you're doing, 2 days.
Yeah, it just feels like to me from my time out there, and maybe I'll have to try it differently someday. It felt like a place where they give you the glitz and the glam and all the advertising to kind of hide the sadness of everybody who's out there. That was my feel. By the way, you are listening to a sports talk radio show here on KFOR.
I was going to relate them to all sports events too. Like you can relate the cities you talked about and how they relate to your sports as well, right? Kansas City sports, yeah. Like you said, Greg mentioned that it is spread out.
Yeah,
you can't stay out by the stadium. You can, but it's like, you don't get Kansas City if you're staying out there for a Royals game or you got to be downtown the Plaza or something like Westport. Chicago, great city for sports towns
until they move the Bears to Hammond, Indiana.
Right, great city. If you're going to go for the sports venue of it, you can say downtown Chicago, and you get
Wrigley,
take the tram down to Wrigley. And,
Wrigley's right in the middle of everything.
Yep.
I mean, is it Guaranteed Rate Stadium now? Is that what it's called?
Now it's just Rate Field, which is weird.
Rate Field, where it's kind of also just like in the middle of neighborhoods a little bit.
Wrigley?
No, Wrigley is kind of like I love
that.
the Wrigley location.
And they've built it up around. If you've been there lately, like in the last 5, they got this like
it's Wrigleyville around. And what's great about Wrigley is you're just driving through Chicago, and it's like, oh, there's Wrigley right there.
Same way
it's in the middle of everything.
If you go out to Boston and you go to Fenway Park, it's like right in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yes.
Oh, whoa, this is weird.
Great sports town.
Gives it the coolest feel.
Right? Great sports town.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Coors Field out in Denver, really cool,
great
location.
City.
Yeah,
great.
Oh
location.
my gosh!
And they're about to move. Assuming it goes through, the new location for the Broncos Stadium will be a more similar feel to Coors 2, where it's kind of right on the edge of where downtown is, as opposed to a mile away and kind of has its own parking lot, whatnot. I love the spot of current Broncos Stadium with like driving through the interstate, but the next stadium is going to be in such a beautiful location. If you know where the Buckhorn Exchange, the old restaurant right there, it's going to be right across the street from there. So. Corn Writer says Denver highly overrated. I think Denver is a little overrated, and I liked it a lot more 15 years ago.
Yep.
Man, this is good.
Denver has grown a little bit too much and kind of lost some of its Rocky Mountain culture and feel.
Real quick, something.
If you're in Denver, your whole goal should be getting into the mountains.
Families listening, can I all caps? Sorry, FedExed in. I'm not gonna put my kid on blast. Cup suck. That's all he said. Hi, Ty. Get to work. You got to be at work in 20 minutes. Not overrated is FedEx Cup playoffs, by the way. Golf off and running round 2 right now. Big time scores being put up. Biggest movers and shakers yesterday and today, by the way. If you look at some of these guys making some big time movement. Sung J.M., by the way, wore the toughest shirt ever a term or two ago. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
His name is Sung J.M. It said Sung J. Him. Loved it. He's up 34 spots right now. He's leading the golf tournament. 34 spots, gone from 53 to 19. Jake Knapp off injury, by the way. Been battling a wrist thing for a while. 6 under on the tournament. He's moved 20 spots. He's in the top 30 now to that point. Other guys out there. Thorby and Arson. Boy, right on the cuff now, baby. He's up 7. He's sitting at the 31 spot, looking to make some hay, man. Getting a lot of these guys making this stuff. I took the graphic today. So what does it mean? And we'll get to more guys, but what does it mean to do this? I took this graphic, Chris. I couldn't find it, and they finally put it back up. So the guys are in this tournament now, right? The top 70. You qualified for all full events and the Players' Championship next year. That's what you get. Say you make it into the top 50. You qualify for all signature events in 2027. That's money, cash money, baby.
Yep.
No cuts. I think there's no cut. Top 30. Let's just say you get in the top 30. Like, talk about game life changing. You receive a 2-year exemption and invitation to all majors. That's what these guys are playing for, especially the ones not the Scotty Schefflers of the world, but otherwise there's guys out there trying to make some hay. Jordan Spieth made a big time move yesterday, by the way, to get himself to the point. Plus 10 yesterday, got to 44. Still got to play some golf out there. Michael Brennan, who won a couple weeks ago, he's the bubble guy now. Him and Alex Noren, they're the bubble guy. 50-51 guys out there. Max Homa, boy, work to do, man, but he's down 4. He's to 56. He started at 52. He's got some work to do in this one. A guy like Corey Connors is somebody to watch. There's a lot here, man. There's game-changing stuff, big time. That leaderboard yesterday, if you saw the golf being played yesterday, Bobby McIntyre, this is how this thing works, by the way. If you saw Bobby McIntyre's round yesterday, you're like, man, he might have played himself out. He shot 81. But yet, that only dropped him, I just saw it, sorry. That only dropped him like 10 spots. But he's sitting in like, no, there he is. 6 spots. Shot 81. He's still 37th. But there was some big-time golf yesterday when you look at this. The leaderboard, 5 guys yesterday got to 5 under when it got started. It was a 5-way lead. One of those, Jordan Spieth, played great golf yesterday.
He did.
Played great golf. And he said he's been there. He's had rounds like it. He just hasn't put a tournament together yet. M right now is at 8 under. My goodness, this guy, I can never pronounce his name, but talk about making something out of nothing. It's at Sundarshan Yelamayaro. He's out of Canada. He's making it crazy.
What was his name again?
I'm not doing it again. That was pretty good. That was the best I got. He's at 6 under, by the way. He's moving way up the board. But Patrick Cantlay, 4 under today. He's at 5 under. Gottrup is in this, but you got guys who haven't even gone off yet. The world of the 5 unders. Spieth, Kitayama, Fleetwood at 4, Scotty Scheffler in the mix. It's going to be a big-time event.
Call your shot. Does Jordan Spieth ride the roller coaster this weekend, or is he ready to put a tournament together?
He's going to put a tournament together. I've just, the way I watched his round yesterday, and I think momentum is a real thing. And when you get that feeling that you made it, that you're like, all right. Like, I think you watch Scotty play is a lot of what, not Jordan is, but like Scotty's tournaments start off really slow where he had a bad first round, then it's a lot of work to make up. I think when you get to that 5, you fill the top of the board, the elite golfers stay there. You don't typically see that second round sophomore type slump deal.
Well, that's a next interesting conversation. Is Spieth still an elite golfer?
Yes. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
In my opinion, I'd still put him way up there.
Corn Raider says Rory looked like crap.
Yeah. Rory looked, to me, and I think this is motivation stuff, he looked disinterested. Because that's because he's 12th. He's number 12. Yeah, I'm getting practice in. Right? I'm guessing, right? This is me like assuming like he looked disinterested in the golf round yesterday. He's not, I don't want to say he's not playing for anything, but he's 12. There's less likelihood. I mean, the likelihood is higher that he's in the Tour Championship. You know, versus a guy like Jake Knapp. Jake Knapp started 40th. He's up 16 spots now. Right now, everything ended, he's in the next week, and right now he's played his way into the Tour Championship. So I think it looked a little disinterested to me yesterday with him, which it is what it is. So a lot more to come. Golf, but it's going to be electric if you get a chance to check it out this weekend. So let's take our final break of the hour, and we'll come back. A little college football talk and stories that we missed. Yeah, Flood X. Then goes, Ty had your back on tickets. Don't you talk bad about my Cubbies kid. Hooksy, 100% agree. It just look. I watched part of Roy. He just kind of flopping around.
I got to figure out what I want to throw in the smoker today.
What's the long term? Like, I think because I know that you cook thinking week ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm looking through the sale items here.
Brisket?
No, definitely not. Brisket. Okay, here's a hot take.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out.
Brisket, such an overrated cut of meat.
I'd take pork all day longer.
I'll take pork, but there's other cuts of beef I'd rather smoke up that I think are better than brisket.
What about wings? You smoke some wings.
I like smoked wings.
Oh.
I like the traditional way to cook wings better.
I do too.
Better.
I was thinking maybe something you're like mixing it up.
Wings wouldn't be bad.
Or just go chicken.
I smoke chicken all the time.
Like,
I do the whole smoked chicken.
And then you turn into a sweet chicken salad or something.
What do we have here on the list?
What is it? It's wet outside.
It looks like pork butt is on sale. Fun fact, does not come from the butt.
You said that, and I instantly thought of the song you should play next, but
Baby Got Back.
Oh my gosh. This technology is weird. Honestly, like, look at this. Oh, it just went away. It's back now. Oh, no, it's there. What is this trying to tell me? My computer, I was in Tahoe like, 10 days? I don't know when it was. I've seen ads for orthopedic sports medicine, Tahoe Forest Health System. What are you telling me? It's like, give me time. I never looked up anything. I didn't go anywhere.
By the way, Corn
I'm
Raider
not there anymore.
Corn Raider asks, what are my favorite cuts of beef to smoke? Beef ribs. Yeah. Beef ribs will undeniably always be number one for me.
Okay.
Yeah, smoke them right. If you smoke them right, they get so tender and delicious.
About a lot of stuff. Smoke it right.
Yeah. If I'm going brisket, I might as well just go chuck roast. Honestly, I think chuck roast comes out tasting pretty much the same as brisket. The point of the brisket will get that fat right through it, which you don't really get with the chuck roast right through the middle. But chuck roast and then tri-tip, which tri-tip's a little bit different because you're only smoking that up to like a medium rare. So I that one goes to me straight out of the fridge into the smoker to get as much smoke flavor on as you can. But
The stories we miss. The Morning Hookup.
Welcome back in the Morning Hookup. A few moments left to hang out with you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. As we'll be surfing some stories around here coming up. Obviously, there's golf going on. We'll have Monday, we'll be talking Husker football, jumping a little college football coming up as well.
We were talking smoking meats during the commercial break, and Corn Raider just asked, because we talking beef ribs is my favorite cut of beef to smoke up. Keep it super simple. Just a touch of hot sauce as a binder, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder. Let that thing smoke up till it's nice and tender. Then take it off the bone, chop it up.
Boy, I'm hungry.
That's top. But he has beef ribs over pork ribs. It depends on my mood. Because pork ribs, I'm going to sauce them up. I'm going to tack that sauce on there and kind of like a little bit of sweetness. Man, it depends on my mood. I can't pick one over the other. Both incredible. Pork ribs maybe a little more economical for you.
Tell you what's incredible is this story out of Northwestern, the football program. They received a 3-year, $35 million donation. They had school announced on Tuesday. That's a big-time donation. A lot of this being fueled, by the way, as they're calling this the Chip Kelly hire. It's helping fuel the program growth with Chip Kelly being there. $35 million, big time, as their new stadium opens up this year as well. Money flows in all the places, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, the money's got to flow right now if you want to be competitive in college football. Simple as that. You guys see Texas A&M has dropped new camouflage uniforms.
Ooh,
actually a pretty good look, I will say.
Not bad. Usually those camouflage uniforms are atrocious, but
tacky. They come out tacky a lot.
These ones aren't horrible.
I'll bring them up here on the stream. I think
I want to see these. I think I heard about. I did not see them.
There you go on the stream. That's a good look.
I like that. Good combination.
And the keeping the maroon pants also good. You could have gone full camo. I'm glad you didn't. Never go full camo. It doesn't look. There's a tacky element, almost a white trash element you can get with the camo uniforms. These have been pulled off tastefully. So, thought that was cool. I do always like alternate uniform season in college football.
Boy, unfortunate news coming out of baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. Have you seen this? Ace Hunter Green has undergone Tommy John and will for the second time, and is expected to miss the rest of this season for sure in all of 27.
Mm-hmm.
But he just turned 27 years old, man. That's crazy. Unfortunate. Fortunate also, by the way, for the San Francisco Giants, there'll actually be some kind of a fun, meaningful type game hosted at Oracle Park. One fans can probably go out and have fun and be proud of. The All-Star game.
That is it's not on my sports bucket list, but we talked about this. I need to see a game at Oracle. I've heard fantastic things.
You want to sit out in right field, and oversee McCovey Cove?
That'd be awesome. Or hey, I'll go watch a game. More accurately, listen to a game from a kayak in McCovey Cove. See if I catch a home run ball. That just seems like an awesome place. Schmitty went out and got the chance to see it last year. He caught a game out there for one Mark Cranack, his wedding. They had a field box that the whole wedding was in, and Schmitty had great things to say about Oracle. So I'd love to see a game out there.
Is Puka going to be a problem with LA and the Rams? Did you see his story about how he got injured? He reveals a injury he suffered at the Michael Rubin party.
Oh, I did see this.
He ran into a glass window while looking for his teammate. And the glass pane won. It was at an infamous white party.
Puka Nacua needs to stay away from microphones. Incredibly talented, but I feel like every time he gets in front of a microphone, he makes national waves saying the stupidest thing you've ever heard.
He said the glass pane won, quote. It was a party hosted by, he told, it was Snoop Dogg. He saw Snoop Dogg. He said, I saw Snoop Dogg. I was so excited to go see where Devontae Adams was at. And I turned around and I'm like, the clean windows looked really good at Rubin's house. They were pretty crisp and didn't see it coming.
You like a dog?
It made me feel better. As the quote said, they made me feel better when they said 3 other people ran into it as well.
Listen, man, keep microphones away from Puka. Stay away from podcasts, Puka. Go play football.
Speaking of playing football and guys that might be a problem, what is going on with Jaden Daniels? Now he wants his Heisman Trophy back from LSU over this whole altercation.
He's taking everything home
because a cornerback that is playing this year is wearing number 5 after wearing number 3 last year. You feel that disrespected, Jaden Daniels? Come on, dude. You're past this. You're in the NFL now. Why do you care so much?
Funniest thing I saw yesterday was a joke post saying that this year the Commanders plan to give high 4s instead of high 5s to not infringe upon Jaden Daniels number 5.
You're not the only guy to ever wear number 5. Does he know that? Is Jaden Daniels aware of like what he's talking about here?
Well, and it seems like, and you kind of get some insider reports that his team, particularly his mom, are really pushing this, where he is trying to kind of backtrack and walk it back, but his family's going all in on all this, and it's just craziness. That's why make sure you surround yourself. Hey, if you out there are listening, are a professional athlete, maybe Heisman Trophy winner, surround yourself with the right people. get a professional team on your side. People that actually have your best interest at heart. This is not Jaden Daniels' best interest at heart.
Nope, they need to stop it.
Last thing here. Former Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold plans to sign with the Seattle Seahawks. Woo! But the NFL has to decide whether they will put him on the commissioner's exempt list, keeping him from playing for the Seahawks. But we saw that workout on Hard Knocks, and now the Seahawks planning to sign Arnold.
Wow, thanks for hanging out with us on Husker Homer Friday. On a Monday, we got Evan Blam on my World Herald, updates from the Husker scrimmage, and a whole lot more. You guys have a great Friday, a great weekend. Stay safe, stay blessed. Catch you on a Monday.